No one is coming to save you. Not your parents, those who once held your tiny hands, guided your first steps, and shielded you from the monsters under your bed. They fought their battles to protect you, sacrificed their dreams to give you a chance at yours. But now, they too are waging silent wars of their own, facing the weight of age, regrets, and struggles you may never fully understand. They can no longer fight your battles for you, not your friends. The ones who laugh with you in moments of joy, but cannot always see the silent storms raging within your heart. They care for you, yes, but their lives are a maze of their own dreams, fears, and insecurities. They may cheer you on, offer comforting words, but they cannot carry you through the darkness when your soul is heavy and your heart is shattered. In your quietest struggles, you stand alone, not your boss, the one who measures your worth in deadlines met, tasks completed, and results delivered. They see your performance, but they are blind to the silent battles you fight behind that forced smile. To them, you are a part of the system, a gear in the relentless machine of productivity. They do not see the exhaustion in your eyes, the quiet despair you hide beneath your professionalism. Your pain is invisible in a world driven by results, not the government, whose grand promises ripple like fading echoes in an endless void. Policies crafted from a distance, words that sound hopeful but often turn hollow. You are one among millions, a faceless name in a database, a whisper lost in the chaos of power and politics. No law, no system will come rushing to pull you out of the darkness when the world around you collapses. No one is coming to save you. And as brutal as that may sound, it is a truth you must understand, because it is not meant to break you. It is meant to wake you, to shatter the illusion that salvation will always arrive from the outside, that someone will always be there to lift you from the abyss. The reality is, you are your own savior, the only one who can truly fight for you, who can truly understand your battles, and who has the power to pull you from the darkness, is the person staring back at you in the mirror. This world owes you nothing, not a single moment of sympathy, not a whisper of encouragement, and certainly not a guarantee of success. It is a place of raw, unforgiving reality, a vast stage where countless souls strive, struggle, and fall. It does not care about your excuses, no matter how genuine they may be. It is indifferent to your fears, no matter how overwhelming they feel. You may plead for understanding, wish for a moment of rest, or hope for a chance to catch your breath. But the world will not stop spinning for you. It will not pause for you to gather your strength or wait patiently for you to feel ready. Time is a relentless river, surging forward with an unstoppable force, carry with it moments that once seemed eternal, but now slip away like grains of sand. Days turn into nights, seasons change, and opportunities appear and vanish in the blink of an eye. Life is happening, a vast, ever-evolving mosaic of stories, dreams, and struggles, moving forward with or without you. Those who hesitate, those who stand still, paralyzed by doubt, loss and hesitation, consumed by overthinking, are not simply staying in place. They are being left behind. For in a world where nothing stands still, to do nothing is to fall behind. The seconds you waste questioning your worth, the hours you spend fearing failure, the days you allow to pass while waiting for the perfect moment, all of them are time you will never get back. You may look around and see others racing ahead, seizing chances, building lives, making memories, and leaving their mark on the world. Not because they were more gifted, not because they never felt fear, but because they understood one crucial truth. Life does not wait. So if you are standing still, if you're hiding behind your doubts, making excuses for your inaction, or hoping for the world to somehow recognize your potential without you taking a step forward, then you are already being left behind. This world owes you nothing, but that is not a curse. It is a call to rise, to take responsibility for your own journey, to carve your path in the face of uncertainty. Because while the world owes you nothing, you owe it to yourself to live a life without regret. You can keep wishing for a hero, someone who would see the silent agony behind your smile, who would sense the weight pressing down on your soul, and with a touch or word make it all disappear. You can keep hoping that someone, anyone, would notice the tears you hide, the battles you fight behind closed doors, and come rushing like a savior to pull you from the darkness. In your quietest moments, you may dream of that one person who would understand without you having to say a word, who would heal the wounds you cannot even name, who would make everything right. But let me tell you a truth that is both brutal and liberating. No one is coming to save you. No one can reach into the depths of your soul and pull you out of the abyss you are drowning in. No one else can feel the precise weight of your pain, the crushing emptiness of your loneliness, or the silent despair that gnaws at your heart in the dead of night. You may look around, searching for a hand to hold, a voice to guide you, but all you find are shadows. People caught in their own struggles, blind to the wars you fight within. Even those who love you cannot fully understand the darkness you battle, the doubts that haunt your thoughts, or the silent screams buried beneath your calm exterior. They can offer sympathy, they can offer advice, but they cannot fight your demons for you. And waiting, endlessly waiting, for someone to rescue you is like standing in a burning house, hoping the flames will somehow spare you out of mercy. Life is not a fairy tale, and salvation is not something you can wait for. It is something you must fight for, because the only person who can truly save you is the one you see in the mirror. The only heart strong enough to heal you is the one that beats within your chest. You are not weak because you feel pain. You are not broken because you have stumbled. You are human, and that means you have a power within you that is both fragile and fierce. But that power will remain buried until you decide to use it, until you decide to stop waiting for a hero and become one. Your salvation begins the moment you stop wishing for someone else to fix you and instead take the first step toward healing yourself. It begins when you face your pain, not as a victim, but as a warrior. It begins when you rise from the ashes of your despair and declare, with unwavering resolve, I am still here, I am still fighting, and I will save myself. This is your life, your one and only chance to carve your name into the fabric of existence. Your story, a blank canvas, waiting for the strokes of your choices, your struggles, your triumphs. But here's the hard truth. If you don't take control, if you don't pick up the pen and start writing it with your own hands, stained with the ink of sacrifice, the sweat of hard work, and the scars of relentless discipline, then you are not just drifting, you are surrendering. Surrendering to the chaos of circumstance, to the opinions of others, to the hollow comfort of inaction. Life is not a tale written for you by someone else. It is a battlefield where every moment is a choice, where every choice is a step toward becoming who you are meant to be, or a step away from it. And if you do not seize that pen, if you do not take command of your own fate, then someone else will write your story for you. But they will never know the dreams that burn within your heart, the battles you have silently fought, or the greatness you are capable of achieving. I know you're tired, not just physically, but deep within your soul, tired in a way that sleep cannot fix. I know you've been through hell. Life has hit you with storms you never saw coming. It has dragged you through darkness you thought you would never escape. It has punched you in the mouth more times than you can count, knocked you to your knees, left you breathless, clutching at the shattered pieces of your dreams. I know you've lost people you thought would be there forever. I know you've watched opportunities slip away like sand through your fingers. I know you've stared at the ceiling at 3 a.m., drowning in doubts, wondering if you will ever find your way. I know the weight of regret, the ache of loneliness, the sharp sting of betrayal. But guess what? You're still here, still breathing, still standing. That heartbeat in your chest, it is proof that the fight is not over. That quiet whisper in your soul, urging you to keep going, that is the voice of resilience, of a warrior who has bled, who is broken, but who refuses to be defeated. It does not matter how many times you have fallen. It does not matter how many scars you carry. What matters is that you are still here, still fighting, still capable of rising again. Because as long as there is breath in your lungs, there is hope. As long as your heart still beats, there's a chance to rewrite your story. So wipe your tears, clench your fists, stand up, take that pen in your hand, and write, not with fear, not with doubt, but with courage, with fire, with the unbreakable resolve of someone who has tasted despair and still chooses to rise. This is your life. And the next chapter? It is yours to create. So get up, not just physically, but within your soul. Rise from the ashes of your doubt, the ruins of your regrets, the darkness of your despair. Wipe your tears, not because they make you weak, but because they have watered the seeds of your strength. Stand tall, Not because life is suddenly easier, but because you refuse to let it break you. And then look yourself in the mirror. Not just a passing glance, but a deep, unflinching stare. Gaze into your own eyes and see the story written in them. The battles you fought, the storms you survived, the silent wars you've waged when no one was watching. See the pain, yes, but also see the fire. See the resilience, the courage, the soul that refuses to be crushed. Because the person staring back at you, that is not a victim. That is not someone waiting to be saved. That is a warrior. That is a survivor. That is the hero of this story. The one who has been beaten, broken, and betrayed, but who still stands. The one who has lost their way 1,000 times, but still chooses to keep walking. That is your savior. The only one who can truly rescue you from the darkness is the soul burning within your own chest. No one is coming, because you are already here, and you have everything you need. The power, the quiet, unstoppable force that roars within you when you refuse to give up. The fire, the unyielding passion that keeps burning even when the world tries to extinguish it. The vision, the dreams that refuse to die, no matter how impossible they seem. The heart, the strength to love, the hope to keep going even when everything else is falling apart. It's all inside you, waiting, burning, begging you to rise. To stop searching for a miracle outside when the miracle has always been within you. To stop running from your fears and start chasing your destiny. Discipline will carry you when motivation dies. Because motivation is a spark. It comes and goes, a fleeting flame that cannot be trusted. But discipline is the iron chain that holds you to your dreams, even when the fire fades. Consistency will win when talent fades. Because talent is a gift, but consistency is a choice. It is the quiet, relentless force that turns effort into excellence, that transforms dreams into achievements. And belief in yourself? That is the spark that lights the whole damn fire. Because without it, all your strength, all your talent, all your dreams, none of them will matter. Belief is a foundation on which everything else is built. So stop waiting. Stop hoping. Stop depending. Stop waiting for someone else to believe in you when you haven't even chosen to believe in yourself. Stop hoping for a savior when you are perfectly capable of saving yourself. Stop depending on circumstances, luck, or someone else's approval to become who you were meant to be. No one is coming to save you because you are the one you've been waiting for. The warrior who rises from the ashes. The survivor who turns pain into power. The hero who writes their own story, one battle, one victory, one relentless step at a time.